Alright, so there are a lot of different things that can make an attractive person, but I'm only going to talk about the stuff that you can change and the stuff that really matters. Now, you might not know what the black pill is, but essentially the black pill is just a form of, you have to have certain genetics, born with these certain features in order to like be attractive and actually get girls. And I kind of fell for this trap for a little bit a while ago, but I remembered like I've gotten hella girls, and that's essentially, it's never over for you. Alright, so a lot of these black pillars are gonna put you down and tell you shit like, oh, your gonio angle is 0.15 degrees off, or some bullshit like that. Or say you have too much upper eyelid exposure, it's over, you're done, nobody's ever gonna wanna get with you ever. Like, it's just depressing. Like, these kind of people look in the mirror and like they like hide from the mirror because they're so like disgusted of themselves. They're so like, they've dug themselves such a deep pit of just self-doubt, and it's just truly the worst thing, and that's not even really what matters. Obviously there's certain features that bring out your looks more, make you look a lot better, but that's not what it's about. Now, when we look at attraction, we have to understand what is the purpose of attraction. Now, essentially the whole point of attraction is looking for somebody suitable to reproduce with, to mate with, to give offspring, create offspring, and continue the bloodline, essentially. Now think about some of the features that men have that give them the ability to survive more, like being healthy, like taking care of your health, being strong, being able to defend your family, and just masculine overall. Like, it's literally that simple. Like, girls aren't attracted to like fucking like fat people who eat like donuts and McDonald's every day. Like, I'm not saying that there's like no attraction, but like realistically there's not much. They would much rather be attracted to somebody who's in good shape, eats clean, is strong physically, all that. So yeah, essentially don't worry about any of these like features that you need. Like, they'll tell you need like surgeries and shit. I mean, if you really want to, that's up to you, but the natural way is just to become healthy. And I'm gonna give you a couple different things that make you look more healthy, more masculine right now. First thing I'm going to talk about is your frame. Now, essentially your frame is your body and just how it's like what your build is, kind of. Like, it's kind of just like what your build looks like now. What's most attractive is like that, I'm sure you've heard this, but like your V-taper, where your back goes up in a V, and just really having width, like a wide and tall frame. If you want to get that like strong, attractive trait, then you have to work out. Like, you should already be lifting. Like, I don't know, I bet you 90% of people who are watching this video already lift, but that's besides the point. But yeah, you should be lifting. You really want to since you want to get your frame wide, what you can do is you can do like build your lats, which make your like the actual V-taper, and then your delts, specifically your side and rear. And you can hit these by just, honestly, I just spammed lat pull downs, like just the grab, pull down, and that's really what's been like built my back so far. And then as for your deltoids, what I do is I just go on the cable and just like get a handle on the cable, like tilt a little bit. I don't know what it's called. You just angle yourself on it so you're kind of at an angle. So as you bring your arm up, it's like it starts at 0, but you just bring it up. Bring it not like that, but like you just bring it up, hit your delt, and then you can also do reverse flies, which is just you can lay on a bench with dumbbells going back like that. Look up how to do it, or you could do like the pec deck machine, but flip it around and go opposite way. Another good feature is low body fat. Now, this one should be clear. Like, people with lower body fat obviously have a higher chance to reproduce, so this is obviously more attractive, and it's just attractive in general. And you can lower your body fat by cutting. That's probably just the best option, honestly. Just calculate your maintenance calories, do a few hundred below that until you get to your desired weight, or you look good. And there's also the carnivore diet. Essentially, you just stop relying on carbs so your body uses fat as fuel. I think that's like the shortened version. That's not like completely it, but. And then you can also do intermittent fasting, which is I talked about this in my other video, how to bulk and not get fat, but essentially your body has a little while without food and it just like takes away the fat. I don't know, I forgot what it was scientifically, but it doesn't matter. That's how you lower your body fat. Now the next like masculine feature is having a defined jawline. Now the way you can improve your jawline essentially is do I really even gotta say mu? Like it's so like it's pretty it's quite a controversial method. People don't really know if it works or not, but at least it works temporarily. Like for like if in photos like your neck comes up and it just looks better, or like it can also like stop like incorrect growth because like your mouth is closed, you're supporting your palate and all that. So I think it has a little bit of credibility to it, but I'm not sure about like completely changing your face. And obviously number one thing with this is just lose fat. I just talked about that. But you can also do like hyoid exercises. Essentially that's like a bone like right here, and if you raise it up, the fat also goes up with it as well, and it'll give you more like chiseled look. There's an I'll link it actually. You can just do this exercise right here. Essentially you just open your mouth as wide as you can for like, you just go like that really for like 20 reps and like 4 sets, and do that like every day. And the study has shown like it's gone up. So you can do that. You can do that too. A really good masculine feature you want to develop is having a wide neck. Now, I'm going to put up some pictures of some models. Just look at them compared to their thick neck and then their skinny neck. Like they obviously look more built. Like you could tell that if they have a skinnier neck, they don't look like they lift. But when they have a bigger neck, they look like built. You know what I mean? And you can just do this by doing the neck curls. Like you lay down on a bench, take a plate, put it on your head, and just like curl your head. You do that reversely, lay on your stomach and go up like that. There's some head straps you can like put on your head and like attach a weight to it, but that seems kind of sketch. I don't know. But yeah, those are the ways you can do it. They're actually pretty cheap too. It's just like a harness. Next thing is having a developed skull. Now, the main way to do this is just nose breathe and also chew like hard foods. Like don't follow the modern diet of having like soft foods like fucking McDonald's and like chips and like all these soft foods like soups and noodles, all these things that don't really use our muscles and are like our jaw muscles, and leave our skulls like undeveloped. And the way you can actually like, I guess it's not really artificially, but you just essentially the best way you can increase like your master like size, what will make your gonians flare out too, which is also a masculine feature, is just chewing mastic gum. Now I got some, but I'm not about to pull it out. Just essentially it's gum from Greece and it comes from trees. Alright, it's tree sap, it's natural, completely natural, no sugars, anything of that, and it's like hard. Now what I do is I take like 2 like large medium sized pieces, get them wet in my mouth, get them like I put them in, you pop the pieces of gum, you put one in the back and the other one in the other side on your molars, and you just essentially chew that straight up and down, not side to side. That'll mess you up, but just chew that for a few hours a day and slowly increase it, and you'll start noticing that like when you clench your cheeks, like you'll feel them pop out, and it'll improve your appearance a lot, make you look a lot more masculine. It also give you that developed skull, which is also very attractive. I went over this, well, I didn't really go over it, but essentially you want to be healthy, bro. Like stop eating shit food that's not good for you. Eat clean, unprocessed stuff like steak, fruits. I'm not really sure about the whole milk thing. I like milk a lot, but it depends. Raw milk is where it's at, but the best way to tell if something's good for you or not is just take like the ingredient, just take like the package and like turn it around, look at the nutrition label, look for the ingredients section, and just if there's a lot of ingredients in there, the more processed it is, the more unhealthy artificial it is, because it'll be processed by a bunch of sweeteners, artificial things like seed oils, all of that. And if you want to be able to tell something's healthy, it usually has like a lot less. It's just flipped. A lot less or like one ingredient. Like the most healthy steak is just beef. Or the most healthy beef is just beef with one ingredient. You know, simply put. And then there's your posture. Like you don't want like. Do you think girls find that shit cute that you're hunched over like this? Like, bro, posture check right now. Make sure your back is straight. Like, just completely in line. You know, like you're looking up, your head's up. And if you like have bad posture now, like it's like a normal thing for you, just essentially make it like over the top all the time, and it'll eventually like correct to baseline, be correct for you. You know what I mean? And it'll just fix it on its own. The main thing in a healthy man is having good testosterone levels. Now, there's so many ways to increase this. Obviously, I'm not going to say any of the artificial ways. You know what you can do to increase your test, but essentially stop drinking tap water, stop eating food that's shit for you, stop eating all the time as well. Like, start intermittent fasting. That'll help. Make sure you get as much vitamin D as possible. I think that's one of the best ways, honestly. Get a lot of vitamin D. If you can't get vitamin D, get vitamin D3, so take the little supplements, but just get as much sun as possible. That's really like one of the main health factors in a man, is just getting sun, which is good for him, his test, and makes him like a man, you know. Eggs are also really good for increasing tests. Eat like 6 of those a day, you'll have a crazy test. But also onions, eat a lot of those onions. That was essentially the entire video. Hope you found this guide useful, helpful. If you did, subscribe, comment below, like it. I'll catch you later.